All right, people. I'm live, or we're live. Not I'm live. Sidetracked here. I'm trying to get Lightroom set up. I just ordered. I'm sure you saw this, but I ordered this 16-inch MacBook Pro because I need a bigger hard drive. We need that.
Did not see that yet.
It's very important for my productivity. Being an Apple junkie, you should be having him buy the Mac Pro. It's $52,000 for that thing. Like 1.5 terabytes of RAM. Yeah. What's that card it has called? The Afterburner card. I need one of those in my life for all the speed editing that I'm doing, rendering of myself. Anyway, what's going on, people? We're much more spry here today because we're back to normal. We finally. When was it? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
So Wednesday morning finally caught up to everything. Yeah, because we're 7-8 days behind from Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then that means we had 7 or 8 days worth of orders to fill. We're waiting on one product to fill, or we're waiting on Cox hose reels because we sold an entire darn 10x20 filled with Cox reels. We sold all of those. And so we're waiting on more Cox reels. So what did you order? Like the 10, like quickie, and then
Right.
they have another
30 on the way after that with another 10. And
got
so
it.
then
Got
we'll
it.
get
So we
our
can try to build our stock back up of those. So if you're you're wanting a Krenzel pressure washer, we have them. Just I won't say it. I was gonna say email Kyle. Email Chris. You guys owe Kyle a little bit of a break. So email Chris at obsessgarage.com.
Then I'll just forward them to Kyle. So.
All of your detailed questions about your pressure washer and all that. So we're now we're gonna try to rebuild stock, and yeah, it's been a crazy several weeks. I mean, I was packing boxes, so I've slacked off on everything. I'm trying to make a vlog here. Today, I'm working on the Corvette, back on projects, working also on the tool grid a little bit each day, trying to figure out how I would systematize that and basically teach people how to buy it, and then place the order. Also working on just all the stuff that I work on all the time. I'm back to doing that. But we did figure out why the darn Corvette won't steer. Because the stupid headers are hitting the darn steering shaft or the steering column. So I'm gonna freaking hack those headers out with a Sawzall and start over. So yeah, so now I'm trying to figure out what headers to buy, and then I'm gonna get rid of the Corsa exhaust because I hate that. So you guys were all right. One exhaust is not gonna fly. I'm gonna need a second exhaust, and so that's what's going on.
All right, so let's see here and go to the chat real quick. So Dan, our friend up in Minneapolis area. Any update or thoughts on vacuums? I think there's some great vac options, but the biggest opportunity is OG spec hoses and attachments. Most of these items in the market are junk.
Yeah, that's on the very, very short list. I'm going to have to play catch up here. I want to get all of my cars done. I want to get the Corvette done, sold. I'm not doing any freaking track crap, so you can... I'm waiting on the rest of the parts to get here. I'm going to double time it this week. Coming week to get the Corvette as done as possible. I need to polish it. I don't even think I'm going to do PPF on it. I think I'm just going to polish it, coat it, get it all done, set up, get it dialed into spec, enjoy it for a little while, sell that, get the M5 intake done, sell that. I'm not doing the SI anytime soon, but I will probably try to find a Civic Si at some point. I'm going to keep my eyes open. I'm not looking for a 127,000 mile car. I'm looking for a 27,000 mile car, and there are some of them out there, and I'll find one. So when I find that, then that'll lead into the NSX. And what was the question? Vacuum. So vacuums will fit in there somewhere. So that's what I'm going to be working on here.
Let's see. Chris Donatelli noted that your blue shirt is back. I guess you haven't worn a blue shirt in a while.
That's because I'm in the 220s. That's why. So time to break out all kinds of colors. I even got some of the darn the shake crap on it. Today's day 13. Yeah, day 13. I purposely haven't mentioned this cleanse because the last 3 times I talked about it, I quit on day 4 or day 6. Well, I'm day 14. I was 246. And I know this is ridiculously unsustainable, right? So something's got to.
It's a good kickstart, though.
Right. I need a kickstart. So I'm going to I'm going to hopefully settle in at like probably 220-ish, down from 246. So I'll probably lose 25-ish pounds. And then, once that water weight comes back, I'll probably, settle in at around, 225, hopefully, afterwards, and then fight. Dave is probably going to talk about this soon, but we're talking about doing an OG marathon. Are you down for this?
I don't know. Like an actual marathon?
Correct.
No, I'm out. No.
Why did you even ask the question then?
I didn't know if it was some sort of...
What is it, like a quarter marathon or a tenth of a marathon?
You said OG, so I didn't know if there was some like you.
No. We're going to do like a gathering of...
Okay.
So we're going to do it, somewhere in like the center of the country or something. Find somewhere, that's... I'm not. I just when I go to a marathon, I don't know. I want to go to some Disney thing where there's all this crap going on. I want to be serious about this. I'm not freaking walking around. I want to run this.
Want to ride rides in between, like the 23rd, 24th mile.
Right. I want to run like a 3.5-hour marathon. Sub 4 or less if I actually get light and in shape. So we're talking about doing something like June, July, or something like that, where we would share our progress in the Facebook group. And get as many people that will want to do it. So start from laying on the couch to running. Let's do it. That could be your 2020 goal, is to run a marathon.
It's the training that goes into that's the killer for me. There's so much time.
Nah, not really.
To run.
Not really.
All right, we'll see if this happens.
You think about it. If you do 4 days a week on most training programs, and 2 of the 4 days are generally like 2-mile runs. It was at 15 minutes. Or less, hopefully.
We'll see.
I don't know. So that'll hopefully.
I like the idea.
Yeah.
Eric says, "Hey Matt." So hey from Eric, and hey Chris. That's good.
There was more to that.
No, just hey.
Okay.
Let's see. Chase wants to know what's the OG spec Monster Energy drink. He prefers the white. I got Mike a white one while I was at the store.
My heart would explode if I drank one of those.
Yeah, see, it's like music for me. It's dependent on the mood you're in and what you're feeling when you go to the store. The green is kind of funky, the newish green one. Usually I'm a white or a red, but today I went orange.
I think there's a direct correlation to life focus and your consumption of Monster Energy drink.
We'll do a study
Your
on that.
attention to detail is directly correlated to how many Monster Energy drinks you drink.
Okay, here's a good question.
I've never even had a sip of one ever in my life. I wondered how they have so much money. Now I know, because all you goofballs are buying 5 of them a week for $6 a pop. How much is that thing?
2 for $4.25 at Racetrack.
Shoot.
Shout out.
Why do you buy it at Racetrack? Wouldn't it make more sense to buy it at the grocery store?
Oh yeah, I buy them. We have a case from Sam's at home, but I forget it sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Russell has a good question here for you, since I think you're going to be doing this soon, maybe. What would be the first step to try to remove water spots?
First step is to try some sort of water spot remover, right? And then wheel acid, and then polishing, and then who knows what, paint depth readings and IR lamps and things like that. So hopefully water spots just come off with water spots are a mineral deposit, so you hopefully can remove them chemically. And sometimes it works if they're not too bad. You can chemically remove them. But if lessons I've learned, and I knew this was a possibility going in, is that if, depending on the type of paint, if you start polishing and heat it up, the paint swells, the water spots disappear, and then they show up again later. And so that's where one of my current tactic on the M3, the plan is to slowly return or restore the conditions that created the water spot. And then Jason Rose tells me if you do that, then it should just remove. You should be able to just polish really lightly and they come off. And so I'm going to try different. That's why I bought that fancy thermometer, and I got to get a fancy depth gauge and do a whole study. But the Colonite Power Lock has been holding up so well that I've just kind of dealt with the water spots in the M3, being as I've got other projects that I'm kind of playing with. So I haven't been in a dire rush to do it.
All right, we got this question here from David J. in the chat. Appears to be an Auburn fan there. He says, War Eagle. Have y'all made any progress on looking at the sales margin and volume analysis with free shipping? It seems like many companies offer free shipping for orders over a certain price point.
Yeah, what you have to remember is that most of these companies don't have a frickin' clue what they're doing, right? We don't know what we're doing, and we really know what we're doing. So most companies, especially small and retail companies, really, they don't have a clue. They're just trying to bring dollars in the door. And so they just kind of figure it out and then hope they don't go out of business. So you have to remember that, you know, companies are run by humans, big and small. Usually the bigger they are, the less they know about what they're doing. And, you know, I've learned this lesson from, you know, building my own company, that we're just people, you know, and people that are, you know, building a business and hopefully have some success. And a lot of times success can be even more difficult to manage. So we're actually going to do a case study on this and figure out, does it make sense? You know, we do all this work, we bring in all these people, or we bring in everybody, so that means I'm doing less of what I'm supposed to be doing, you're doing less of what you're supposed to be doing, everybody's doing less of what they're supposed to be doing in order to get the job done. So we're investing more manpower, we're going to hire more people in order to respond to the demand. But does it even make sense? So we're going to mathematically calculate that. You know, so we do, you know, we did what did you say? We did 11% of our sales in one weekend of the year. Yeah. And we did 762,000 and change in 4 days, and almost 2,000 orders. But those 2,000 orders have, you know, pretty squeezed margins. I don't think we have a single thing that would have been a loss. So we don't have any loss leaders doing that. But, you know, a lot of these packages are 4 or 5 boxes. And I hate to say it, I mean, a lot of people get turned off by shipping, but that costs $50-$60. And sometimes like a $400 or $500 order has a bunch of gallons and things. So, I mean, that's why I ask people to pay that, so we can stay in business. So we're gonna sift through that and see, you know, does doing that, you know, make sense? I think it does. I think our margins are good enough to handle that, to absorb it. But one of the things I think we're going to consider is, you know, negotiating with the vendors to help carry that. So, you know, if I'm giving a 10% discount, why don't they give me a 5% discount, or, you know, a 10% discount on the, you know, on the purchase? Because when I give a 10% off of retail, that's a bigger discount than 10% off of wholesale. So it would help absorb some of the costs of the shipping. In order to continue to provide that. So we're going to sit down and figure it out. Does it make sense? You know, because would you be better off selling 1,000 things at regular margin, or just selling what you're normally doing but staying on task with what you're supposed to be doing? What would be the direct result of that? You know, the YouTube revenue drops off. I mean, the YouTube revenue is not a lot, but the you know, views drop off. I lose focus. What's that worth? You know, is that worth making, you know, $150,000 in profit in 4 days? So I think probably. But you know, what's our net margin? Is the question.
Kyle L in the chat wants to know, what is your preference for wiper blades?
OEM. Yeah, I like to do OEM blades generally.
Let's see. How was the Adam Elsie open house? Ephraim wants to know.
It's fun. There was the one thing I noticed, there's considerably less vaping going on, which maybe kids have kind of gotten scared by a lot of the bull crap, you know, what is it, metal in the whatever, the one batch or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I couldn't even imagine, like, why do they say something like 70% of high school seniors are vaped or have vaped? It's ridiculous. It's the stupidest thing ever.
So any other takeaways besides the
I noticed that. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I got to you know, see all the YouTube people that I'm friends with. It was cool. You just kind of chat about life and business and, you know, what they're up to, and that was cool, and got to see a bunch of people that you know, that come to get autographs and then oh, hey Matt, you know, kind of getting autographs from TJ Hunt and and David Patterson and Garrett Cletus McFarland and Adam, of course, and all these guys. It was just fun. It's cool to go to. I took the M3 down there, and it's cool to see people and see. It gives me a really good understanding of why I have 180,000 subscribers and not considerably more. Those people aren't, regular people aren't regular car people aren't my target audience. We just turn them off. It's too boring. They're super. I mean, some idiot will do two-stepping their hunk of crap Supra, in the parking lot, like a old beat up Supra, but they have an engine they spent every penny and borrowed money to build, and then they're in the process of blowing it up by two-stepping it out in the parking lot. Kids will literally start sprinting to go get video of it. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do with that video, and we're gonna share it with their friend, I guess. But they're like sprinting to wherever these guys are just revving their cars. It's kind of fun to see that and to experience that and realize that I've turned into a dumb old man.
You're the one telling them to slow down in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
There's kids playing here.
Shoot. Yeah.
It happens.
Yep.
Let's see. Hunt wants to know, Chris, what's your favorite bourbon? That's a good question. That's also subjective, but Booker's is usually the favorite. Matt, do you ever take pre-workout or any supplements?
No,
vitamins?
No pre-workout.
Creatine?
I do take creatine at times. I take protein generally, whey protein. I've just learned that I don't know why I didn't know this, but Progenics is bull crap. I don't know about complete bull crap, but it's not great protein. So I'm looking into what my next move is going to be. And if I'm going to be getting in shape here, which I am, there's no question about it. I'm on it. I'll be supplementing more, taking vitamins, probably some greens, because I don't freaking eat vegetables. I'm over that. I'm done with that crap.
I like the powdered greens. You just mix them in the protein shake.
I'm choking down vegetables, and I'm done with them. Although I'm on a vegetable-based cleanse right now, so I've got 7 more days of pain, 8 more days.
Your buddy Max from California, he's checking in. I like the OG marathon idea. Just might be in. That's good.
Cool. I think we'll get a group of 20 or 30 people. It'll give it a go. I'm not talking about walking a marathon. I'm talking about running a marathon. Anyone can walk a marathon, or trot, walk, and get a drink and stop for some snacks. And now I get, if you're fueling, you stop to fuel or hit the bathroom, that still counts. But you want to run the whole freaking thing from start to finish as fast as you can. Otherwise, I'm not even going to count it. If I'm walking around, it doesn't count. I'm not putting a freaking sticker on my car. 26.2. But I walk 13.1 of it. No.
All right.
Yeah.
What are the odds of winning the garage giveaway looking like? From T. Christopher. I tried to pull it up, but I'm having issues. But
yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I just got around to updating that the other day after we kind of...
Well, we have all these stupid... We changed the numbers and all that, so it's a little harder to say. But it's probably 1 in 3,000-4,000, something like that.
I can give you a much better answer next week. We'll say that. Let's see. Rob's Mobile Detailing just got my OG order. Pretty stoked to try out all my new stuff. Locking extension cords, Incredibrush, auto scrub, Adam's wheel cleaner, and drying aid towels, wax removal towels. Excellent, Rob. Let's see. Mary Haynes is checking in here in the chat. Don't drink too many energy drinks. Signed, Concerned Mom. That's good.
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks,
concerned
Mom.
for you, too. How are you going to run a marathon with us if
I'm
you're
not.
all hopped up on caffeine?
Let's see. Let me go to a question that I had here. From JD Oust5 on Instagram. When are you going to post some clips of you tearing up the trails on the Yeti? Also, what is your favorite trail system in Florida?
Oh, boy. Well, I mean, I only know one, and it's Santos. Yeah. I've got the darn, whatever, the derailleur is off, so I got to figure out how to adjust that. I don't know how to do it, so I got to learn how to do that. And I got to go ride the darn thing. I've hurt my back, so the last 2 weeks I haven't done anything. I haven't worked out. I haven't done a darn thing. I did ride it over here once, so it's over here. I rode it here, but I haven't been able to get it home. So, yeah. I too much at once. This is what I do. I had a little lull there for a little while where I kind of got everything done, and I went nutty and took on 37 projects. I have no time to do anything. Yeah.
All right.
So now I got to dig out of that hole because I don't like to not finish things. Like I've thought about at least 15 times about just saying, "How somebody make me an offer on the Corvette, come get it. Just get it out of here," because I don't want to do it. And then I'm like, no. And then today I was ready to do another 15 times today alone. I'm like, I got to figure out why this thing won't frickin' steer. And so I started, messing with it, adjust the suspension height. I'm like, well, let me rule out the wheels. So let me go put the wheels on it. And then I was talking to Ras about it. And I was talking to David, the guy who does my alignments, about it. I dropped it off up there. And then we determined, he's like, yeah, I think it's something with the steering rack. And then sure enough, should have noticed from the beginning, popped the hood. The frickin' steering rack is hitting the LG header. So the headers, they didn't fit very well to begin with. The header just doesn't fit. So, yeah. Not too excited about it. But once I start putting the carbon fiber on it, once I tear the entire exhaust off and do it all over again, which I'm going to do, new header, new mid-pipe, new exhaust, because that Corsa sucks. I don't know what you guys are freaking thinking. It sounds terrible.
Interior stuff.
Yeah, waiting on all the interior stuff if they ever get it. So I have a sneaky suspicion they're going to call me and say, we can't get this, and this. It's discontinued. It's a 2018. How could it be discontinued? So but what I learned from the giveaway is the efficiency of stop screwing around, let's go. Like a hard day's work instead of screwing around, like not do one project at a time. It's just harder when like you're troubleshooting, diagnosing, like so much downtime trying to figure it out, or drop the car off, drive it somewhere. So yeah, I need some time off of cars after I get these. I need to get my GT3 up and running. I'm going to polish and wax, and I'm not going to detail over 6 days. I'm going to detail over 1 day. So you're going to see some real aggressive labor going on here to get this thing freaking done and out of my life forever.
Let's see. Ryan Ellinger in the chat wants to know any idea of, I guess, when Wolf's Nano Glass sealant is coming. They're making it. It'll be January before it's in the store, though. I know that at the earliest. Yeah,
and we ordered 50 mLs and 150 mLs, so that we'll have the small version as well. And, I mean, 50 mLs will last you 2 years, on a normal, if you have 2 cars or 1 car.
Here's a good question for you. Do your kids watch Disney Plus?
Yeah. And not like a lot, but yeah.
Caroline got into, she's like on a Marvel movie binge now. She
yeah.
found online the order you're supposed to watch them in, so now she's trying to get
yeah, I've got to figure that out because I got left a while back, like freaking gave up, like too much.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's like 20 of them.
Yeah, I am turning into a dumb old man. Like I can't even keep them straight. Like what is it, Age of Ultron? Or there's like freaking 57 of them, and I can't. I watched them all, when I was watching all kinds of movies, but maybe it'll be good. It'll give me something to do someday.
Let's see. 03 fan on Instagram wants to know, what's your OG spec car seat brand and or model for your kids?
This is something I'm pretty that's pretty unpopular. I don't freaking give a crap about stupid crash test ratings, all this bull crap. I think it's a load of crap. I just don't buy it. So, like they have like expiration dates on nylon. What's the half-life of nylon? 80,000 years? I mean, how's nylon and plastic going to go bad? I don't understand that. It's not going to happen. So screw the stupid expiration date bull crap. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a seat that looks comfortable for the kid, that is somewhat cleanable, and then doesn't cut a hole in my darn seat. So I want it to have a flat base. So we always did Kiko. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's not Chico. I think it's Kiko. So a Kiko seat or Maxi Cosi makes a really nice base. So I have a Peg Perego booster seat now that I just bought, and I have a who the heck is freaking calling me? Get out of here. A Peg Perego, and I have a Maxi Cosi booster seat for Kate, but she's close to getting out of the seats. It won't be long until she gets out of them.
Dan's chiming in. I think Shane brought this up last time. The expiration dates on car seats are government mandated safety laws. So
man, well, suck it. I'm not freaking listening to that bull crap.
Car seat lobbyists.
You know what's also a mandated safety law is like 25-mile-an-hour speed limits. It's ridiculous. How about measure the size of your brakes, and then you're allowed to go at a certain speed. So I follow rules until I deem them stupid. Apparently.
Let's see. We have some Disney Plus chat here. Enjoy The Mandalorian. I'm watching that as well. I do enjoy that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Baby Yoda's.
I don't like things that freaking Disney Plus. Stop releasing them. Just put them all out. If you got them done, let's put them out. I hate that network episode bullcrap. Just
Making you wait
put it
from
out
week to week. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that YouTube makes me do that. How about we just put the video up whenever we have a video done? How's that sound? They can watch it. People aren't idiots. You don't need to babysit them.
Let's see. This is from Kevin, who makes our storage plugs for us on Facebook. Not so much a question, but more of a request. Some of your new style shirts do not come in big boy sizes, 3XL. Can we make this happen? I understand there'll be different material, but some of us still want it on the janky awesome, and now that's legit stuff.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, stock. I mean, they just don't make them, unless I get some really crappy shirt. That's the problem, is then I end up sending out crappy shirts to people, and then they're like, well, this guy just sells crappy shirts. Nobody makes a good 4X or 3, 4, or 5X. They all make crappy ones. So we do have quite a few 3X sizes. American Apparel does make those. But it's like the color's off and it doesn't print right. And it costs like twice as much. And I don't like that. So maybe I should maybe I should just eat today and I'll get up to that size. That'll make me go and do some research. I could easily be a 3X for sure. I'd probably be happier.
Let's see,
a little breathier, a little more breathing.
Robert says, Tool Grid, are you doing another video on it? Packages available, when will it be in the store, etc.
Well, probably going to have 15 videos. Why isn't my number 15 today? Stop exaggerating. Michelle's yelling at the screen right now if she's watching.
There is at least one more video, I know.
Yeah. So the episode 2 will be up tonight, and then this weekend I'm going to make some videos of talking about, the putting it together. I really want to figure out, especially for Sabre and Sonic, what is the right size, because they're too short. I don't want it short. I don't want play. I want it to fit in there as tight as humanly possible. But you got to get over lips and things like that. So I've got some boards I'm going to cut to fit, and I'll order more boards if I have to. But we're probably going to place an order early next week, and they have plenty of stock. So that was my question to them. I said, are you going to be able to supply this? I said, you cannot buy everything that we have. I said, watch me. So I think we'll be good with supply for a while. So the big trick is figuring out how to teach people how to buy it. And so I've been thinking about several different ideas or ways to do it. I think my recommendation is going to be, instead of sitting there counting all your tools, buy like 200 of each piece. And I think I'm going to create some sort of you prepay your freight back, or your UPS label back to us. Keep the box, tape it up, and send it back to us. So let's say you have 10 drawers full of tools. You're not sure what you need. I'm going to create a baseline for things that are most popular, and I think you're going to need 100 of these, 80 of those, 90 of those, 16 of these, 72 of those. And so I'm going to give people a baseline, and then I think the suggestion is going to be buy like 2x of what you think you need, because you don't know. And nothing's worse than like getting halfway through a project and you don't have the stuff. You get paid more shipping. And so I think I'm going to just have a in the drop down, return shipping like $20 or something like that, and just that way you get the label in the box and you can send it back when you have stuff that you didn't use, and then we credit it back. And my from the business perspective there, the sneaky part is that I think most people will probably just keep it, and so I know I would. I'd buy a freaking bucket of extra stuff so I had it in there sitting there if I needed it, if I wanted to change something. And that's the big appeal to Tool Grid over Kaizen Foam. One, it's much cleaner looking, because Kaizen Foam, unless you have some sort of, I don't know, blowtorch or something, I don't know how people make it beautiful, but you use less drawer space. Like, I took 2 Kaizen Foam organized drawers and turned it into one. 2 drawers full of stuff, like filled to the max down to 1. and it's easier and more accessible and more stable. And then I don't have holes because I lose a tool or change a tool or something like that, or get something extra that goes in that drawer. You can just adjust it. So it's really, really cool for that. And it's really not that expensive. The board is somewhere between $40 and $50 for the board for a drawer. And then I would say on average, accessories per drawer is probably going to be like another $30. So you're on average $80 a drawer. If you had 10 drawers, it'd be $800. Tools are freaking crazy expensive. If you have 10 drawers of tools, you've got probably $8,000 worth of tools. So to spend 10% to set it up, I'd do that all day, every day of the week. It's really cool. So we'll have it here shortly.
David J has a good idea for the 3XL shirts. He wants to sell a 3XL and Zebra Cake combo pack. So.
Then you might need a 4X.
Yeah. Let's see. I posted this on your tool grid video. Use the Swiss Trax tile cutter since grid is needing a straight cut.
Yeah, I'm going to try that for sure. Yep.
Let's see. What are your top 3 Christmas movies? Jeff wants to know.
Ooh, Home Alone, number 1, of course. Probably Gremlins. I don't know if you count that as a Christmas movie, but The Holiday's great. Which really, I don't know if you really call that a Christmas movie, but I would. Let's see, what else do I like?
We have a little tradition of watching Elf at our house. We like Elf.
Of course, A Christmas Story, because that kid looks like me, the little white kid with glasses.
That movie's junk. Die Hard, definitely.
Die Hard, yeah.
I like Christmas Vacation. I always get quite a few laughs out of
Four
Christmas
Christmases
Vacation.
is good. I like that in a modern
Vince Vaughn.
one. Yeah. I love it when the baby pukes on him. Let's see. What else is good? I think Home Alone is number 1.
That's pretty good.
Maybe and Home Alone 2 I love. I think that's great. They'll still hold up today. Like, I'm a 40-year-old old man, dumb old man, and I can watch it and enjoy the heck out of it.
We watched those past couple weeks as well, actually.
Yeah. There's one I'm forgetting.
We got Bad Santa.
Love Actually is pretty legit.
Jingle All the Way. More comments here.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is from Adam Gonzalez. He always emails me with questions here from Gonzo Detailing. When Matt uses Brake Buster in a foam cannon, could there be any internal damage to the foam cannon? Is the same bottle then rinsed and used with soap?
Nah, probably not. Remember, a foam cannon's $80, so if I got 2 years out of it, I'm freaking ecstatic. I have my original one, both of them. So yeah, foam cannons are much more durable than you think. What hurts foam cannons is hard water, not chemicals so much. I found it's the hard water that's an issue. That clogs them up, and you need to change out the filter.
I got this question from Facebook from Marcine. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I recently acquired a 2019 GT350. Your GT350 days started my obsessed garage addiction. Given your ownership experience with the vehicle and the modifications you perform, what would you say are the must-haves and what things are not worth it in terms of modifications?
I wouldn't do headers again because that's such a freaking nightmare. If you're going to do them, just drop it off somewhere, let them do it, and pay them to do it. So I probably wouldn't do headers, but I would do, whatever JTR I think it was, intake. That's cool. I think you want what tune was that I did? I think you want the tune. I think you definitely want an exhaust. I don't like the stock exhaust. I think it's too raspy and disorganized. So I think American Racing Headers exhaust is really sweet. I think you want so American Racing Headers exhaust. You want, but not. Don't think I would do the headers again unless you could just drop it off somewhere and have them do it. I think you want to stay with cats. I think you want a tune. That's eluding me. The company that does, there's like a standard tune for it. I think you want to do what Adam LZ did, which was springs and sway bars. And then I think you want to do the MHD shifter. Is it MHD? I never remember that name. But you want the short shifter. And then a radar detector, unit NR7 on a blend mount. But other than that, the car's pretty legit. You don't need to do a whole heck of a lot. That's what's so cool about it. I was looking at the GT350R the other day. I'm like, maybe I should get one of these. And I'm like, get out of here. Get out of the dealership right now. There's a black one. Cool thing is they're not marking them up anymore. I need to just start being patient.
Let's see. Lund tuning?
Lund, yes. Thank
Lund.
you. Thank you. It was eluding me.
There you go. Thanks, Tim. Let's see. What about on the GT350, what did you think about the factory Recaro seats?
I hated them. I loved them, but I hated them. You can't, if you're bigger, you can't fit.
Way too snug.
I could be 185 and still not fit. It's just like the bolsters on the bottom. I think the seats look kind of cool. But yeah, those seats were brutal. I hated them.
All right. Aaron C. wants to know, will the new OG spec Mosmatic guns have stainless steel screws?
No.
And would you consider making a custom OG stainless steel 3/4 inch storage plug for our OG spec Continental hose and hose reel? I know we've talked about that in the past, but
wait,
the storage plug for a garden hose.
I thought we were making that in aluminum.
No.
Yeah, you came to me and said, "Hey, he can make them."
Okay, I gotta go back to Kevin then.
Yeah, I think Kevin said he can make them. It would be more economical to make it in aluminum.
Oh yeah.
So I think we're working on that.
Let's see. Jonathan Berg wants to know, hi, Matt. How pivotal was the My Business course you took? Did it contribute to the way you operate your business? Did it cause you to reconfigure your approach to business entirely?
It's changed my life. Like life-changing. Go to Corbin Group website, get on there, and frickin' sign up for the next one. You can do it remotely from anywhere in the world. It'll change your life. I've took it 4 times. Incredible. Especially if relationships are not your thing. Process, it's not about process. Process is the easy part. It's the people that's the hard part. It's communicating. It's the relationship part. It's that part of it that has changed my life completely. Expanded my thought process. So without that, I'd still be hawking mutual funds. I'd be good at it. Making a decent living, playing with cars and stuff. But, yeah. One thing I learned is that I didn't know a gosh darn thing about financial advice. I talked about this before, but holy crap, I didn't know anything. Your financial advisor doesn't know anything, I'm telling you right now. Because I was a freaking expert, and I don't know jack. Ugh, gee whiz. I now know I don't know what to do. So, yeah, anyway. That's a whole nother rant.
Steven wants to know from Facebook, I have a pre-owned car. Whatever the previous owner used on the dashboard, center console, and door panels has caused them to be sticky. What is the OG method to strip off whatever was used before, and what should I be using to protect the dashboard?
I don't know, man. It's so hard. I've got sticky all over the darn, all over the Alcantara or the suede or whatever the crap is in the Corvette. They want to say, well, we don't. There's Alcantara, which is a standard, but we want to find something that's worse, and that's what they did. And then the guy said, well, this Alcantara is way too soft. Let's put some Armor All on it. There's something ridiculous. It's all ruined, so it's bought all new stuff. But I would just start cleaning it with P&S Interior Cleaner. What might also help get the more aggressive, get a bottle of Swissvax leather cleaner. That's probably what I would use. The leather cleaner, believe it or not, even on a regular plastic dash, a regular will really work well. Get a bottle of from a leather cleaner and leather cleaner Forte. The Forte has a 4% solvent, so I would use that to clean the surface and then just clean it regularly. I just got an email from a guy yesterday saying, well, Matt, can you get P&S to put some UV protection? I was like, why would you want that? It's going to leave some funk behind. Plus your windshield does all that work anyway. And then hopefully tinted and does even more work to protect it. So you really don't need any protection on it. You just need to keep it clean. Keep all that junk off of it.
We have a couple suggestions here in the chat. Use McGuire's APC on plastic.
Yeah, that'll work too. The APC dries stuff out though. That's the part that people forget. Long-term use of an all-purpose cleaner in an interior is not the way to go.
And then I think this is our friend Kevin here in the chat, actually. He said MGW shifter. Is that what it was?
There it is.
MGW.
God dang. MHD is something else. Oh, that's a tune for BMW.
So MGW.
MGW. That's the one. I've got one from my Corvette. I got to put it on.
J Martin 2382 on Instagram wants to know, what color and spec NSX would you be looking to get?
What's that blue color and the gosh dang. It's called obsidian blue. I'm not going to look it up. but it's the dark blue color, a really, really royal-looking blue, and then the brown-looking interior. Yeah, that color. What's that called?
Let's see. Nouvelle Blue Pearl.
Yeah, that
Blue
one.
Pearl.
And then the interior is like a that kind of looks like, God dang, I don't know names of that kind of stuff for some reason. I know product SKUs and model numbers and stuff, but it's like that cowhide looking, like dark brown leather, or it's kind of lightish brown. That's what I would want. I'm getting one someday.
Not today.
Yeah,
Not today, though.
not today.
All right, let's see. Question from last week that I don't think made it on there. Looking for some type of holder for my new Mosmatic gun and wand. Don't have a wash bay to mount a wand holder to poster wall. Any thoughts on something bucket mounted? Detail Outlaws has their buckenizer that would hold the gun, and I'm considering trying to modify it to hold the wand also. Some Joe.
Yeah, I've seen people do some stuff. That is a darn good idea to have some sort of holster, because I'm always trying to figure out where I'm going to put my darn gun. It'd be actually perfect on the seat. Like if I had some sort of holster on the side of the seat. We'll put that on the long list. I've probably sold so many darn Griot's garage seats. I need to just have my own. I probably could have, sold $100,000 worth of seats.
Let's see. EC wants to know, I've recently become a Hex member and really enjoyed the series about the Mormon family timeline and the history of OG. It's also interesting to see your hunt for either a Civic Si or an Integra Type R, which reminds my first foray into cars back when I was a youngster. Have you thought about doing a series going over all the cars you've owned over the years?
Yeah, I think I have a video called in the This Is Me series called Car Progression. Obviously, it needs to be updated because I've gone through, but that's a good idea. Maybe I should just sit down video this weekend and go through that again just to refresh, because we have lots of new people. That's a good idea. I like that.
All right, let's see. Kevin, have a fitness-related question here. Just catching up on your podcast and listening to your Christmas list. As a lover of CrossFit as well, I wondered why you have both the Nano 9 and the Metcon 5 on your list. Usually people are diehards one way or the other. What do you like about each one, or maybe not like about each one?
I don't like working out in the Nanos. I like working out in the Metcons. I like working out in the Nanos. And I think the Metcons look better. So for like walking around, I like them better. But yeah, it's like politics. Like, come on.
Now you're getting Jeff all angry in the chat again, our Nike friend.
Yeah, I mean, I like all shoes. I like them all. I like all people. Some people, but different types of people. So, I like different types of cars too. I got a Corvette and a Porsche, for gosh sakes. Although I don't like the Porsche, or the Corvette. Yeah, I like both. I like walking around, because I think the Reebok Nanos look weird. Like they have that kind of circle toe. It doesn't look all that good. The Nanos look really good. And I actually just ordered, thanks to Jeff, I ordered a set of Nano 5s, another custom set that are red, crimson red, with some black accents. So you'll be seeing those in the videos here to match my the blue ones that I did, the OG spec ones that I did. I also got what are the Nike 4%? Got to do some research into those.
4%?
Mm-hmm. The Flyknit 4% for running, for my marathoning. Why do you find that so funny?
Oh man,
yeah.
I'll be there at the finish line if you run a marathon.
Okay.
I'll be there.
Tailgating.
Yeah. Having an energy drink.
What do you need all that energy for? You're not doing anything.
I got to stay up for you to finish the whole thing. It's going to take a while. Will Matt be ordering Cox hose reels in black anytime soon? I called Cox. They offer black as a standard color option.
Yeah.
Just need to add KXX at the end of the part number. Everything else in my garage is black, so the blue won't work for me.
Yep. Black and silver are two colors. So we're working on the trip to go out there in probably the second week of February. So yeah, I'll be dialing that in here real soon.
And Jeff is chiming in here. The Vaporfly 4% is the shoe you were. Vaporfly.
I thought it was called the Yeah, something
It
like
sounds
that.
expensive. I don't
It
know.
has a carbon fiber plate in
Yeah,
in the insole. Supposedly you can only run with them with 100 miles, and you have to replace them.
Wow.
You don't have to, but you
It's like
should
a week
replace
for some
them.
people.
Right.
Mm.
And they're like $250. So, yeah.
All right, we got some advice here from Composites and More. Try a kerf cut on the backside of the tool grid board. It may help with getting it in the drawer. May or may not work, but might be worth a try. Kerf cut, whatever that means. I have to look that up. Let's see. Tyler Dean wants to know, for the next giveaway you do, can you please get some more options for things for us to buy, or come up with a way we can get entries from buying anything in the store, even if it means $100 spent or something like that?
Yeah, that helps me zero to buy things in the store because people are already buying things in the store. So it has to be something specific that has appropriate margin to make it work. I don't know. What else would I do? You do shirts and hats.
Yeah, but then there are some, and
I'll
maybe
come
we
up
can
with something.
ask our friends in the chat here to chime in with ideas. But in the Instagram responses, there were people talking about even the little storage plug.
Yeah, but then I don't make any money on the storage plug
or whatever. So
yeah, I'm
chime in with your
I'm
ideas.
selling things that people otherwise wouldn't buy. Otherwise, what's the frickin' point? You know, am I stupid? I mean, if we're gonna put a Mosmatic gun in there, I'm gonna sell X amount of Mosmatic guns anyway. So now I'm gonna sell. So I'm gonna take the money that I was gonna make on the Mosmatic guns and I'm gonna apply it to a giveaway, and I'm gonna work for free. You know, so it doesn't make any sense to me to do that. I have to create unique products that are specific to that application, and then mark it up a little bit. Because really, what I want to do is sell a gosh darn raffle ticket, be done with it. But you can't do that legally and have it open to the public. You know, that's where it would be something more creative where it wouldn't be a product exchange. It would be some sort of service, you know, and that's where it would make sense, where it has the marginability of it, where I can basically sell a $25 raffle ticket without it being a raffle ticket somehow. But selling product just doesn't really work because I'm already going to sell that product anyway. How much more is it going to get me to sell? You know, maybe a little bit. But not enough to pay for a $90,000 garage, for gosh sakes, in profit. So all I would do is take the $90,000 in profit I was going to make to pay for the business and put it toward the garage, and then I have zero net. So yeah, it has to be something unique and specific. But yeah, we'll be coming up with creative things, different things that would make sense. You know, Bryce is working on a really sick keychain option, things like that. Oh, we got to get the keychains up in the store. I'm going to give that to Mike. We don't have a lot of them. We have very few amount of silver and brass keychains. The little OG thinger.
Dan chimed in. We could sell koozies, OG koozies.
You know, I might be convinced to do the OG Yeti, Yeti cup. Which I don't understand why everybody needs one of those freaking cups. They suck to drink out of, and we can carry it around everywhere you go. But hey, who am I to judge? Something like that. Maybe throw in a visor, and let's get crop tops in there. Let's get some socks, some wool socks.
It's good. Maybe like a bandana, OG bandana.
Yeah, that would be good. A Hulkamania. Yeah.
A cummerbund for black tie events. You get an OG cummerbund.
Yeah, blue sports blazer. Be $800. Yeah.
OG Snuggie. That's a good one from NJ Naples there.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't mean to make fun. Yes, we do want to have more creative things that are different. It just won't be the products that I'm already selling, because that doesn't help me.
What did you think? Have you had the chance to use the 3M Precision Polytape yet?
We played with it quite a bit, but I want to do a car with it. So the Corvette's going to be getting done here. So yeah, that and the GT3 RS. So I'll be taping them crazy. We'll decide.
Let's see. Any update, or are you still interested in a 718 GT4 allocation?
Yeah, I don't have any, of course. I'm not a big enough Porsche guy to get one, so I don't really want one right now. Anyway, I want one like 2021, second or third allocation round. But yeah, whatever. I got to finish the Corvette, finish the M5, sell those both, and the M5 is going to be hard to let go because it's really legit. Somebody should probably offer me some money for that now because the thing is freaking awesome. Just seeing it roll down the road, really pimp. It just doesn't. We don't need it. I've been there, done that. I really want another sports car.
Well, kind of along those lines then. If money were no object, which 3 cars would you want to have?
GT3 RS, E92 M3, and Cayman GT4.
That was answered quickly.
No Ferraris, no junk McLarens, none of that crap. No junk Lamborghini junk. I don't want any of that.
Let's see. Adam Pell says, adding any new products to the store?
Yeah, we're going to be rolling like crazy. I mean,
I'm glad you asked, Adam.
Oh.
Our shameless promotion for the day. This just
really?
came in. Mike has it up on the website now.
I just put a gallon of Glide. This will last you for the rest of your life, but gallon of Glide, all the tool grid stuff, the PCL air tools, that's all coming. I can't think of anything detailing right now. Oh, the new I got to get Mike and Bryce to get the new versions of the. So I want to do an unboxing video of the new versions of the Nanos. So I'll unbox those, take photos of those. So you have those. Maybe I'll do that right now after we finish the podcast. That'd be a good video to make for Saturday morning. But the tool grid stuff is going to be a lot of work for us, so we're going to be working on that over the next couple of weeks to really get that figured out and dialed in. I'm probably going to open it up to just here's the tool grid. You smart people can go and buy it if you're not patient enough for it. You can go and knock that out, or but eventually we're going to have more robust buying options to kind of teach people what you need, because it's complicated. It's simple but complicated unless you really are dug into it and have done it a couple of times. So,
how about Chicago Pneumatic? Is that something?
Oh yeah. Chicago Pneumatic. I'm going to start working on that here shortly. I've got to get Ed's garage all squared away and figured out, scheduled. I got to do that. I'm also going to Shell, which is probably not going to go well, but I got to go to Shell to their center to talk to some PR chemist. I want to talk to the chemist, but we're going to talk to some PR chemist and go put some VR goggles on and some bullcrap with a bunch of other YouTubers that don't know jack. So I'm going to go do that. And while I'm in Houston, I'm going to stop. I got to call the guys at Werther, which is the FIAC. So I'm going to call them. And then we're going to start, Chris is going to finish his case studies so that we can get to Milwaukee and get cracking on that stuff. So we're going to have a lot of stuff show up in the store. I've also got a call into the Parker Hannafin about, I've called them twice and sent them 2 emails, so I don't know what I got to do. But I want to get a machine so we can make custom hoses and then transfer all of our garden hoses. Hopefully they can supply us with stainless ferrules so we can make stainless connections on the end of our garden hoses. And we're going to keep rolling. I've got an NDA to sign for MTM so I can help with the development of the PF23 foam cannon. I've got some osmotic stuff that we're working on as well, some different plugs, some stainless plugs for air stuff. Yeah, a lot of things. Wash bay is on the horizon for me too. We're going to be moving, the garage over to the other side here. So I'm going to be working on probably a new air compressor and stuff like that. So I also want to have vacuums, new entry. I want to have entry level air compressors as well. For people who don't have like the room to put a monster to bolt to the floor. Yeah, it's going to be a big year, monster year.
Is it on the calendar yet to help Adam LZ get his R34 GTR dialed in?
Not yet. I think he's headed back to Connecticut for a little bit for the couple months, and when he gets back, we'll get it done.
And then, are there any updates on this celebrity garage that you mentioned before? When will
Nah, it's probably going to be later next year. It's now at 12,000 square feet. It was 10. So he's interviewing contractors. I think he selected his contractor. And then from there, so I'll probably be doing a call in January or February. So hopefully, I'm hoping I can convince him to do something like what I did with Ed, where we just do a stream of consciousness, just record the meeting that we're having.
All right, another question from Adam at Gonzo Detailing. With the huge influx of orders for the Black Friday weekend, what is the impact on your vendors and dropship vendors specifically?
We only drop ship, 3 or 4 things. ARs, Krenzlas,
lights.
Swiss Tracks, lights.
Swiss Tracks, yeah.
So 4 things.
Jenny, air
5,
compressors, twin bush lifts.
6. I think that's
Saber cabinets, Sonic cabinets.
7, 8. So we have 8 vendors. Sonic has responded to my requests to start stocking. So they've invested in about $500,000 in inventory in Auburn. So they have inventory of cabinets, as well as they're going to have MSS Plus as well. So they were quick. We've been working for 3 years now with Krenzla to get that inventory. So they got it done without batting an eye. So they got that done. They were ready for me.
They did
we
really
did
well.
150 pressure washers or so, in 4 days. So they beat us to getting caught up. Swiss Tracks, I think, is still cranking through, to get that out. But these are all companies that have been around for a while, and they know what to expect. And so we were prepared from a product standpoint, but unprepared for the complexity and size of the orders. The average order value grew substantially. And so we had very, very complicated orders. And so we're responding by, I could probably say this now, announce to you now. I mean, my dad is looking to hire somebody in his department. And so we're looking for somebody who could be like a hybrid Kyle/Ted, right? So you can assemble, you can pack, you can become a leader. Ted has become a leader, and that he's walking around fixing everybody's mistakes. Somebody who knows the product extremely well. So it's very detailing oriented, but also very process driven. Because we had a meeting yesterday where we're going to be spending a lot of time going to barcoding, investing in tech in order to pack and ship more efficiently. I've got to get the gym out of there as quickly as possible so we can get more space in here, and build out some more automated things like having packing paper machines and things like that. And then also we're probably going to start working with vendors, like having MTM come out. They come out often anyway, but MTM and Mosmatic, and having even like P&S come out, because we want them to tape and seal their bottles for shipping, so we can take some of that and streamline some of those processes. And if we have more space, we could have staged more. The problem is we don't have the space to stage it. And so as we're packing and pulling, we're also assembling at the same time. We blew through the pre-assembled and pre-taped and pre-prepared boxes and everything in the first hour, and that was like a whole shelf full. So we're gonna have we're gonna respond, because I think April is gonna be a lot like that. March, April, May. So anyway, we're building a new site. I gave the green light to do that. So new obsessedgarage.com. It's going to be a new theme, brand new experience. So we're going to begin that with the hopeful launch of February. So we'll be launching a new site with a new mega menu, so we can organize it better. And now that the packaging system is taking shape, I want to create. When I say the packages of different detailing and stuff like that, I want to really make it very easy to follow and do lots of videos around that. We're going to be doing a lot of SEO type videos on the website, which will be very specific. That would turn people off on the YouTube channel, but people, I think, will still want to go see, that are really bought in or have questions about product specific. Like what's the best 5 electric pressure washers, those kind of things that drive traffic to the site. So 2020 is going to be very heavily focused on the back end at inorganic marketing outside of just the organics that I've done to this point. Brad Bacon, who if you're interested, he's the guy. He's the Obsessed Garage version of web marketing. So I've invested pretty heavily in that to drive inorganic traffic back to the brand.
And he's coming to visit us soon. That'll be good. Let's see. What are your plans for Christmas? Do you have any special traditions? Family tradition?
No, not really. I mean,
tree. Do you have a tree up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, normal Christmas stuff, but we don't have any like weird things like we make a video of us singing in pajamas or something like that.
It's inside the hex only.
No, we don't have like a special meal or anything. My mom tries to instill that crap on me, but I don't care about any of that tradition stuff. What I was adamant about is that I want our kids to be at our house. So when they wake up, they get to run downstairs and see all the cool stuff. And so we did for the first several years. We'd stay at her parents' house. And then I'm like, our kids don't want to leave. Like, we don't want to go visit people. They want to play with their stuff. It's just like the most exciting. They're exhausted, so it's the dumbest thing ever. Why are we traveling around all over the place? Just stay here. You see all these people any other time. So we now set it up where we have young kids, and so you can come to us if you want to. Otherwise, we'll see you some other time. So Michelle's cringing at that one, but it's the truth.
I used similar language actually recently. I was like, we have the kid. They have to come to us. That's how it works. Eric says 3/8-inch NPT elbows would be a helpful addition to your store.
Yeah, I was talking to Mosmatic about that. Yep.
I just built my wall-mounted pressure washer and hose reel, and I found that the elbows can help for really clean, compact inlet hose routing. Yeah,
I want a really, really stout, really high quality. Nobody makes a really, really high quality M22, so you have to do conversions. So I want an M22, by 1.5 millimeter thread pitch, that M14 millimeter in bore. I want that from Osmatic for people who need that, are going to put it up tight, close to the wall.
Pristine Auto Detailing says a garden hose with stainless quick disconnects would be so satisfying as long as the tips are designed to allow gentle normal flow without pressure when the nozzle is off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want that. I also want to be able to, if we can make hoses, then we can buy Cobra Jet in bulk and make, our own inlet hoses, make our own boom hole hoses, hopefully have all stainless fittings and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to require, whoever we hire is going to be working with those kind of machines and things like that. And so that's, but I think this business is going to become really significant. So there's going to be growth opportunities for whoever shows up here and makes, $25,000 to start, and kind of grow into, a role. And I think of what's going to be a really great organization. I'm going to ensure that it is.
Crazy Car Detailer on Instagram wants to know, why do companies like Chemical Guys have so many products? Do you think they're just throwing crap at a wall and seeing what sticks?
Yeah, they're doing traditional marketing. They're doing traditional giving people what they want, and so they pull out all the stops. If you're on their email list, you get freaking 10 emails a month, because each email shows them that they're making some money. Every new product, they know that people want new products. I mean, look at it. I mean, people that are watching videos, the ones that get the most views are the newest, latest, greatest product that's going to solve the world's problems, which doesn't interest me at all, but it interests the vast majority of people. And so they're pandering to what people want, which is new, even if it's good or not. That they're holding on to the hope that they've come out with this new thing that's going to perfect and change the world. That's what people are banking on. Well, it's not going to happen. So I'm not interested in that. But their business model is, it's a big business. The business model designed to capture as many people as broadly as possible in a retail fashion where, hey, they might not buy Mr. Pink, but they might buy whatever wash and gloss, and so let's have them both. And then, there might be one other person that would respond well to this Joe Blow soap and this soap and that soap. So let's have a soap to cover them all. And then because we have people who are buying Mr. Pink, we don't want to shut down Mr. Pink, even though we have something better. Let's keep Mr. Pink. Let's keep those people, and let's get something else. And it just goes on and on and on until you have a product line that is massive. And now that's kind of their thing. Nobody else has a product line that robust. So it's a differentiator for them, And so, but they're doing what people are requesting. I don't do that. So, that's my brand. But that's probably not the smartest way to do it. The smarter way to do it is to catch all.
I have a comment here on Instagram from Mr. John Q. Recently received my first OG order and look forward to many more. Would be cool to see a dilution schedule for all the products and their uses. Unless I'm just an idiot and have totally missed it somewhere. I'm currently coming back through videos to find Matt's preferred dilution ratios. I know the product pages have the videos, just thought a quick reference on one sheet would be cool.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
What I don't like to do, everybody's like, Brad, I shut Brad down pretty quick the other day, and he's like, what about putting some sort of marketing insert in the box? Before he even said box, it's like, absolutely not. We're putting freaking junk in the box that people are just going to punt.
Tchotchkes.
Yeah, I don't need tchotchkes in the box. People have really freaking 7 business cards and 14 pamphlets and a bunch of candy, and you're just going to punt it. 95% of that's going to get punted. The 5% of people are going to be like, oh man, that's exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for this, mint. It's just not. I think it's a waste of money. It's a waste. I don't want it. And if I don't want it, I know that most people don't want it. And if you really think about it, a lot of people would enjoy it. Think, oh man, I'd really like to have some stickers. But how many stickers do I get from Apple? And I just throw them away. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then what? Then I'm contributing to hoarding. That's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, they just punt it. We spent tens or hundreds or the millions of dollars on tchotchkes that nobody wants. So, but something of use, like don't wash my frickin' car, But then again, it's going to cost $2 a box, and I don't want to mark things up above retail for people. They don't want that, and people are buying it all the time. I'm going to put a new thing in the new dilution ratio. You get 47 of them. That's the tricky part. That's the part that's why I'd just rather have it, it's, 85 cents for one. You buy it. Then you'll value. Then only the people who want it will buy it. Maybe make that a drop down in the menu at the checkout. It's 52 cents. Maybe it cost me 28 cents to make them. It's 57 cents to buy one and add it to your cart. That way you put it in there and you ordered it. That way the only people who get it were ones that wanted it. Instead of me just punting, lighting money on fire.
After cleaning your door jambs with wash mitts, how do you rinse the door jambs afterwards without getting the interior excessively wet?
Well, the door jambs are just a channel for water to run, so almost all the soap comes right out. And whatever's left, I'm just wiping it off with my drying aid, at the very end there. But almost all the soap is gone by the time I get back in there.
Would you ever consider a franchisee or distributor model for Obsessed Garage?
No, people wouldn't be able to handle the demands that I would require, no matter how obsessed people think they are. Plus, I wouldn't be able to do it. It would be corporately owned. Otherwise, I'd never be able to control the quality of Obsessed Garage. And so, I get that all the time. We talked about this before, where people are like, I've got it. I've got the idea. I'm going to be the XYZ country Obsessed Garage distributor. All you got to do is send me the stuff, and yeah, it'll be great. And so I'm doing all the work. I got to curate all the products. I've got to sell it. Why wouldn't I just do it myself? Why wouldn't I just come and set up a shop and hire a person and have them be an employee? That way I can tell them what to do, how to do it, and have a standard. But we can't even keep up with the darn garage we got. So that is a much longer term, much more mature business thing to do. That we're nowhere near any of that. But the garage design model could be a corporately owned type model that is very, very possible to chase. You'll see what I have envisioned. I don't know if it's going to work, but I think it will. And that kind of display room slash design studio slash retail store front-ish is something that I think is going to do really well. Put it in certain areas of the country where it would make sense, and then build install teams around that. But now I'm talking about entering into real retail, like true, you got to maintain hours in a storefront type retail. I'm not sure how much I'm going to like that. So we're going to pilot it here and see what it looks like. And then that would be something where, again, it would be a hired and trained here at home base, and then have people throughout the country that worked for the corporation. Not, I'm just going to franchise and let some goofball who thinks he's as obsessed as me use my name and screw it up. I don't want that. I can't have that.
I go back to fitness here for just a moment from Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
He noticed that you asked for Rogue SR2 rope for Christmas. Have you tried the RPM training speed ropes? I switched over a year ago and love it. Recommend it if you get a chance.
Yeah, I've used that. I think I probably use pretty much every rope on the market. I always come back to the darn simple SR2 with simple handles. I asked for metal ones, but I'm probably going to want to go back to the plastic handles. Simple cable type rope with some generic handles on the end have always been my favorite.
This is a good comment here from Eric in the chat. Looking forward to the day that Obsessed Garage replaces the Bose store at Florida Mall.
Oh, boy.
Just keep it far away from the Cinnabon place.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah, yep.
Here's Bryce's favorite question from Noe. Any plans for an OG app in the coming year?
Yeah, we really need to get that done. So let's say yes. We really need an app for the membership.
Tanner says you really need a Cox Reels garden hose reel for 100-foot hose.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to get off the phone here. I'm going to call Ely and give him one last shot. Say, before I go design a hose reel to compete with you, why don't you just let me sell yours and I won't have to do that.
Adam wants to know, is there an update or an ETA for the new PF22 bottles?
Yeah, I ordered 2,500 of them. They're going to be here probably 3rd, 4th week in January. So once I have that nailed, about 2,500 of the first 5,000. I should have just bought all 5,000 of them, but we don't have anywhere to put them. I can't even imagine what is 2,500 bottles going to look like. I just know it. I mean, we're going to freaking fly through those like nothing you've ever seen. I mean, it'd be crazy. Not every single foam cannon we've sold thousands of them. Needs one, and I'm going to have half of the ones that exist. So maybe I should just talk about. That's why I said, can I just have all of them? Because I'm pretty sure we're number one now in the U.S.
So at first, then, would it be just the bottle like we have an empty bottle now, or would it be the whole?
Well, yeah, we're going to sell an empty bottle. It's going to be like $10 or something, or $12 for a new bottle. And so everybody who has a PF22 is going to want a new bottle. And then all the new PF22s are going to have that bottle.
Okay.
And then the PF23 is something that they're working on redesigning.
That's far out, though.
And I was already yelling at Rob about some of the concepts of the idea. I haven't seen the drawings yet. I'm going to look at them. I won't be able to share any of this. But some of the concepts I was yelling at him, like, no, we don't want that. We want this. So that's something that we're going to work on.
Scott in the chat wants to know, do you have any experience or an opinion on Optic Huber versus CIR tint?
No, Uber Optic or whatever it's called. Yeah, I've never had that. So one tint I've never had that supposedly is great. It's like Huber, Huber Optic. Yeah, I've just never had anyone who had that film, so I've never experienced it. But I think it's pretty good.
Let's see. When are we going to hear about Chris's truck? It's tomorrow.
Are you guys going to video it? Did you talk?
Did
you talk those guys into doing that?
Well, I think Bryce and Kyle want to help for a little bit. So if Bryce is there, we can set up a camera. I guess.
I'm not doing it.
No, you're not invited.
Good.
I got just using your wash bay.
Well, I'll be in the wash bay working on my organization system. I got so much to do. It makes my brain hurt.
Yeah, so tomorrow's the day. If nothing else, I'm going to take a bunch of pictures and post about it in the Facebook group, just kind of give some people an idea of what cleaning a dirty car looks like, because I know they complain about that a lot.
I need to, so I'm shooting Inside the Hex video today talking about a bunch of stuff, so we should probably get some live footage here, live on live, so you can keep talking. I'll just hold it up your nose.
All right. Let's see. Hey, there we are again. I'm so distracted right now.
You're not supposed to look at the screen. It makes you look weird, like cross-eyed.
The camera adds 10 pounds. We have some bidding in the chat here for your M5.
Okay.
It started. Now it's up to $150.
Oh, okay. All
between Danny and Bigfoot 286. So
okay, got it.
I think it's going to need to be a little bit more than that. I know you don't care for foaming sprayers, but many people do. Is that something you've ever considered carrying in the store?
Probably not. Because I'm going to have to deal with all the freaking problems. None of them work. So I'm going to have to deal with all these things breaking for something that we don't even freaking need. So, yeah, no. A Pressall sent me some. They look kind of cool. So I might bring them into the U.S. and just make them available. I don't know what I would do with that in order to maintain the relationship with Pressall and you hopefully have some leverage. So maybe I'll just say, hey, I don't use these, but here they are. I need you to buy these if you want these so that we can get better hand pump spray bottles.
Let's see. Bidding is up to $200, up $350. Sorry. Do you have any thoughts on the Sonic S12 XD setup tool cabinet? I think those are on sale, someone mentioned here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one. You know, the S12 XD is my favorite. S9, S12, S12 XD. Yeah, I mean, they're on crazy sale. So I think we sell you one, we make $0. But I'm down if you want one. That's a great toolbox.
Bidding is now up to $1,000 for the M5. That's good. You guys are forgetting to hit that super chat button when you do that, but that's okay.
It increases your odds of me selling it to you.
See, that's all the questions I have for now. Well, here, let me do one more, because this one did pop up on Instagram as well, and now in the chat. Do you think a depreciated luxury car is a good idea for a teenager? Like an older, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think teenagers are going to want that. I think they want something cool. You know, I want something a little bit more fun.
Jeff says your camera needs a haircut. Looks like it is wearing a Davy Crockett hat.
Yeah, that's for wind noise.
Don King.
Oh, there's something I wanted to talk about, just to kind of address this, and I doubt it'll get to the people who it needs to get to. But I get this very, very often, several times a week, and it stresses me out to no end. It's the, hey, XYZ, or my boyfriend or husband or my friend or my cousin or my uncle or me or whoever it is, we've either they've come on hard times or I've come on hard times. Can you do a shout out to them? And it feels very much to me like doing a sponsor ad, like an ad type thing. So I guess it's more of a question than a comment. You know, I want to do something for these people. Like I want to like buy them something expensive, and I can't do that for hundreds of people all the time. But I also don't want to be like they make it so that there's no way that I can just say, "Oh crap, I'm sorry to hear that." It's like they make it so that I don't have a choice but to give them something. Like it's always, I don't want anything for free, but I want something for free. Or can you make a 2-minute video or a 5-minute video to this or that person? I've done that before, and it's just really weird. It's really awkward for that person. I don't care. I'll freaking stand there and do it. That's not the issue. So what do you think? I mean, maybe some people can make in the comments, should I do a... But then if I make it known, I'm gonna have thousands of freaking shout outs I got to do every time, and then it loses its value. So these are people who are sharp enough to realize that I'm a human and that they can just email me and I'm gonna respond to it. And so there was a lady who emailed me and said, so the email went something like this. It was like, hey, look, I've been diagnosed with cancer. I'm not able to work. but I want to do something special for my fiance. He's a great dude. He loves your videos. Can you either send him something, or can you, so I don't want anything for free, but then it was like, hey, could you send him something, or could you maybe make a shout out in a video or something like that? And she was probably one of 6 in the last week that have asked that same thing. And I'm super grateful that anyone would care enough for me to do it. I just don't know what to do. Like I don't know what to do with that. What am I going to do with that if this continues to get really big? I obviously can't send everybody $100. I mean, I guess I could, but then it turns into thousands, and once you turn that spigot on, you can't turn it off. What the heck do I do with that?
Let's see. We'll read you some comments here. Never feel obligated to do anything for free for a stranger. My birthday is coming up. You can wish me a happy birthday.
See, I hate that. Like, I don't like it. It just stresses me out.
Right.
I feel like I have those emails in my box, and it's like I gotta get photos and sign them, and I just don't think, does people really want that? Like, I don't know.
Well, here's maybe an idea if you did decide to do it. Just make a private video for them, post it unlisted. So
Yeah, but I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird for them, and I can't do that. I can't even make videos for the darn YouTube channel. I haven't even made a video for Inside the Hex this week. How am I going to continue to do that forever? And I know I'm sounding like such a spoiled little brat, but I feel like I feel it for these people, and I want to do it. So maybe I should just suck it up and just do the work, and I don't know.
I think even a short email response would make people's day better.
Yeah, but it's rarely them. Like, it's somebody asking for somebody else. Do I just have, and this sounds so weird to me, do I just have a stack of photos and I sign them, best wishes? Like, would anybody really want that?
Well, at least 2 people have wanted that.
Yeah, at least a dozen of them. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just.
How about sending them a shirt and
I'm just stressed out even thinking about it. Like, I don't want to let anybody down.
Bryce, we'll just have Kyle FaceTime them. That's good.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Get over your feelings. Focus on the business, not handouts.
Yeah, I know.
No way. This is an answer you would type in if you were watching someone else say this. No way. This is a business model, not a therapy session. This is the problem in the world. People made others think that they have to do things.
Yeah, because I mean, am I thinking way too black and white in that? I mean, wouldn't it be better to just buy that person a $25 gift card? I mean, or just come here, get on a freaking plane and come here. I took that dude, drove him around in my freaking Corvette. Not specifically. I was doing my project, and I'm like, hey, you want to do this? And jump in. And I'm hoping that's what people would want. But I understand the whole point is, look, we don't have the means to do this. I want to be able to make that choice, not to I mean, they're just making a simple request, and they're going to look. If I don't ask, they're not even expecting. I think most people aren't even expecting that I'll respond, but I do, and I see it there, and I get 2 or 3 DMs, 2 or 3 private messages on Facebook, and 2 or 3 emails, like a month, of people that, like, they're down and out, and like I don't know. I just don't want to. That's the issue, is I just don't want to, and I feel super awkward. I'm freaking awkward enough as it is.
Let's see. Yes, it's a business, but also it's powerful that someone is reaching out to you as an impactful role model. Why not just send an email, maybe a shirt, but if it gets out of hand, just send a brief email.
Yeah, no shirts. I can't. Once people figure that out, forget it. I'm going to be sending out. I don't make a shirt that's a free shirt. Like, and then I have to make a free shirt, and then I'm sending a free shirt to people, which is garbage. And now it's just bad. It's just bad for everything.
We'll have to think on this.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what goes through my head when somebody sends me that. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Crap. It freaking sucks. I even told her that that's the worst thing I've ever heard. But I don't know what to do. I'm like, I just don't think shout outs are the way to go. I know I wouldn't want that. But then again, I'm probably a lot more self-centered than most people are. I don't know, man. Anyway.
All right, well, on that depressing note.
We'll leave on that note. I'm going to go out and do something.
Now, we should address next week. We'll do this again. Then the following week, you want to tell them what the schedule is?
So what is the what are
next
the
week
dates?
is the 20th,
right?
Friday the 20th. So the 21st, Saturday, 22nd, Sunday, 23rd is Monday of the week of Christmas. There,
right? So that entire week. So what I'm doing is I'm giving the employees off the week of Christmas. So it's a 9-day deal, right? So from Saturday to Sunday. So we're not freaking shipping orders. I'm telling everybody, hey, look, get your order in. We'll get it out if we have it before then. But we're not going to do any business during those days. So we're not responding to emails. We're shutting down. We don't shut down for 5 seconds a year. But I decided this year to shut her down on the week of Christmas. It's weird this year because it's like a Wednesday, and so we have the 2 weekends bookending. We're having the Obsessed Garage Christmas party. So what we did is what I wanted to do. I don't want some bull crap, sternos, at my freaking Christmas party, wedding food junk. And so I sat down with Chris and everybody. I said, "What should we do? I want something legit. Like I want a freaking chef to come here and like cook us. Can't cost that much. Can't cost much more than catering." So I don't want some bullcrap catered thing. I want to like somebody to come and cook in my stove and like make the food. So there's got to be somebody to do that. So we started setting out to figure out how to do that. And so we found you have a friend who used to own restaurants, and now he kind of does this on the side where he comes and he's making like and I want it to be legit. I mean, these people have worked their face off this year for this company. And so I don't know, do it right, and make it something we talk about for the next 10 years. And so it's alcohol free because I'm not down for that. But it's everybody and their spouses and come and hang out at my house. I'm hosting, and we're gonna have a chef that serves us. So it is a 9-course meal. And so that's the start of the week, and then we don't want to see each other I don't want to see any of these people for several days. After during that Christmas week. I don't want them coming here and working and all that stuff. So we're taking the week off. I hope that you guys that are purchasers and have supported the business are down with that. Not that I'm giving you a choice, but we're going to have a banner on the site just to let everybody know, hey, we're shutting down for these 9 days, but we're going to hit it hard, and we'll probably have all those orders out for that week in a day or two, because I'm sure we'll double time it and get that done. But so that's the plan for Christmas. But then the New Year's week will be normal schedule, and so that's something I wanted to do for everybody for working this year, and hopefully show a little bit of appreciation for what everybody's done. And then my guess is by next year we'll have twice as many people. So keep an eye out for job postings and listings of career type things, which will require you to move here and be here, and so that's going to require that type of commitment. But I think we're gonna develop a massive team of people that really enjoy what they do. So
let's see. Bryce chimed in to say he'll be here on the 23rd building that giveaway spreadsheet. So.
Oh yeah, I do need to see Bryce. Yeah.
But and that's a good thing to close with. So the garage giveaway does end in 9 days.
Yeah.
9 days. So you got 9 days left if you're interested in participating in that.
Yeah.
And then you're drawing it on Christmas Day is the plan?
Yeah, in front of my Christmas tree. We'll nail down the time, let everybody know through, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. So anyway, that's the story.
All right. Well, and thanks. Jeff has a Christmas gift coming for the crew heading to the OG office. Nice.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's so cool. And here's a tip to everybody: don't buy me freaking alcohol for a gift.
No, that's his favorite.
No, don't do that, because then Chris gets it and it makes me angry. Don't buy me Monster Energy drinks, and no zebra cakes, because I'm off the zebra cakes right now. Don't make it difficult. I got 8 more. I got today and 7 more days. I'm at 229.6 this morning. So
I haven't seen that one in a while.
I have not. Yeah, and I haven't even been able to work out because my back is jacked up. So workouts start. It'd been hard. It's hard to work out on this darn program anyway. But the running starts. Yeah, the chaos starts. That's it. Signing off.
All right, we'll be back next week, everybody. So
catch you on the next one.
Thanks for all the questions and for the thumbs up.